Occupant Detection System, or ODS, is an important safety system that detects the presence of a child, infant, or small adult in the front passenger seat, and for their safety suppresses airbag deployment. If the data from the ODS sensors identifies the presence of a person in the front passenger seat who is not a sufficiently large adult, the system automatically turns off the passenger airbag. This is because airbags can injure, or under extreme circumstances, even cause fatal injuries to an infant, child, or small adult. In this video, we will show you how ODS works, what the passenger airbag off light means, conditions that may cause it to illuminate, and other important information about ODS. So when the ignition key is turned to the on position, or after the engine is started, the passenger airbag off indicator light will illuminate for about 4 seconds as the control unit checks that it is operating correctly. If the front passenger seat is occupied by a person of adequate size, the ODS sensors will detect that, and the control unit will within a few seconds activate the passenger airbags and turn off the indicator light. However, if an adult occupant is seated improperly, or if it is very cold, the processing may take up to a minute or more to complete. Once activated, the passenger airbags will remain on until the occupant gets off the seat cushion, or the ignition is turned off. Now, here's the benefits of ODS. Let's say you're off to see a movie with friends or family in your Kia. If the person seated in the front passenger seat is of adult size and properly seated, the system will detect the person's presence and the passenger airbag off indicator light will no longer illuminate. This means that the passenger side airbags can deploy during certain types of collisions. But if the person seated in the front passenger seat is an infant, a child, or a small adult, then the indicator light will stay illuminated, meaning the passenger side airbag will not deploy for the safety of such smaller occupants who could be injured by a rapidly inflating airbag. As a reminder, the safest practice is to always properly restrain children in the rear seats of the vehicle. Proper restraint for a child always includes the use of a CRS, or Child Restraint System seat, proper for their size. It is important to remember that an improperly seated adult can provide sensor data which will cause the ODS to turn off the airbag and illuminate the passenger airbag off light. Improper seating can include any position where the passenger is not centered in the seat, resting against the seat bag with their feet on the floor, including putting their feet up on the dashboard, sitting up toward the front of the seat, sitting with their legs spread over the sides, or having the seat back excessively reclined. All of which could lead to the indicator light remaining illuminated and the passenger airbag not deploying. If you become aware that the passenger airbag off light is incorrectly illuminated, turn the ignition off. Ask the front passenger to center themselves on the seat, resting back against the seat, legs together and facing forward, then restart the vehicle. The passenger airbag off light should then turn off once the ODS completes processing the sensor data. If the light remains illuminated, follow the more detailed instructions for proper seating in your owner's manual. If the problem persists, have your vehicle checked by your dealer as soon as possible. Another reason the passenger airbag off light may illuminate or flash intermittently is if heavy loads are placed on the front passenger seat, especially while driving on unpaved or bumpy roads. This could interfere with proper sensor operation or cause the passenger side airbag to deploy, which would incur an unnecessary and costly expense. Larger items, such as heavy groceries, should be placed in the trunk or cargo area in your vehicle. For proper ODS operation, you should not place items under the front passenger seat either. And finally, seat covers must not be used, because they can affect the proper use of ODS during deployment as well. So to summarize, when ODS detects that the front passenger seat is occupied by an infant, a child, or a small adult, or if no one is sitting in the seat at all, or if an adequately sized adult is improperly seated, then the indicator light will remain illuminated to let you know that the passenger side airbag will not deploy. At Kia, your safety is a top priority, and technology like the Occupant Detection System helps to ensure that driving a Kia is a safer experience, and one that gives Kia owners peace of mind. Please refer to your owner's manual and the separate brochure entitled Understand Your Safety Belt and Supplemental Restraint System for more detailed information about your Kia's airbags and the Occupant Detection System.